Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We continue our lessons today with another important documentation in meeting that we produce after the meeting is finished. All right, usually this documentation will be prepared by the secretary. All right, so the content of our presentation today will focus on how to produce a minute of meeting, and I will explain about the format of meeting minutes. All right. The process in producing minutes start when you do a meeting. When the meeting is held, basically the secretary will take every note, everything happened in the meeting, from the welcoming address from the chairman until the end of the meeting. All right. When writing a minute, secretary must rely on the note or he or she took during the meeting. All right. And secretary again have to read the agenda because agenda is the main guide of the meeting. All right. After he or she prepared all the meeting, she must actually submit to a chairman to check and verify or endorse. And then after that, after it had been verified by the chairman, the minute of meeting must be distributed to all members for them to prepare for the next meeting. All right, if there any mistake occur, then the chairman must allow the any relevant amendment or correction. So the responsibility of the all the members actually to check, all right, when they get the meeting, the minute of the meeting, all right, and maybe the typos, maybe the figures used in the minute is maybe wrong. All right, so this is actually the process that we have to undergo to produce the minute of meeting. All right, you can actually look at the format of minute of meeting on page 28 to 31 in the printed module that you buy last week or last month. All right, the basic format of the minute of meeting is it must be started with the word of minute of. All right, minute of meeting. All right, and then followed by you mention about the type of meeting, whether it's a monthly executive meeting, or maybe annual general meeting, or maybe inaugural general meeting. All right, and so on. And then you must state specifically the name of club or organization, right? That the meeting that you discuss in the meeting, all right. And then after that, you must specifically state the day, a date, time, and place of meeting. All right. So you can look at how all this information is arranged in the minute. All right, so this is actually example of how the heading of the minute should be written. All right, if you look at first is the heading tells about minute of the monthly executive meeting, and then followed by the information about the meeting. All right, this is actually a minute of the monthly executive meeting of English Motivational Club of College Professional Mara Bandar Penawa, where you specifically put the date, day, and also the time, and also the venue of the meeting in the heading of minutes. All right. All right. After you have finished with the heading of the minute of meeting, what you need to do is actually list the name of those meeting members who attend or absent. All right. It must start with chairman, followed by secretary and other committee members. All right. This is the list. The name that you have to put under the heading of the minutes. All right, the first section or the first item that you need to put in the minute of meeting is actually welcome speech by the chairman, or you may say this is actually chairman address. And then the secretary must write The chairman welcome the members and thank them for their commitment to attend the meeting. All right, if they are a new members who attend the meeting, you might write, he also introduced new members in the meeting, which were Puan Surya Masleh and Encik Abu Abisarwan. All right, this is actually optional. If no new members, then you don't need to write this expression. All right, you can just say the chairman welcome the members and thank them for their commitment to attend the meeting. All right, this is actually the language expression that you have to write in the first item. All right, the next item, item number 2, is apologies of absent. This is compulsory, all right, whether all of the meeting members attend or not. All right, if all the members attend the meeting, you might write there were no apologies or absent. All right, there were no apologies of absent. Or if they absentees, all right, on that day, you might write apologies of absent were received from who, and then you have to describe the reason why this person is not able to attend the meeting. All right, the third item in the minute of meeting is actually a minute of a previous executive meeting, and again, this is also compulsory, like the second item. All right, if they are amendment or correction, all right, sorry, if there are no amendment or correction, you might write the minute of the second meeting was accepted as an accurate and signed or verified by the chairman. If there are amendments to be made, you have to specifically describe about the amendment. Like for this example, the minute of the last meeting were read by the secretary. The following amendment was made. All right, item number 3, the price of the magazine listed at 3000. This is actually the numbering is actually need a correction. All right, and then you have to say the minute were then approved as a correct record and signed by the chairman. All right, so you can actually you have two situations whether they are correction or no correction. All right, the next item is item number 4, which is matter arising from the second executive meeting. All right, or you can translate to bahasa is hal-hal berbangkit, in the meeting. Actually, the matter arising, you can refer to the previous meeting. All right, maybe there are some aspect that need further discussions and it's not settled yet, so you put in this item and discuss during the meeting. If no, you can just write there were no matter arising. All right, or if the matter arising you need to discuss is, you can create, for example, Puan Rania informed that the stationery needed for English camp had been bought and ready to be used. All right, just maybe to just inform. All right, and all the members need to know about it, so you can put is under matter arising from the second executive meeting. All right, the next item is actually item number 5, which is correspondence. This is actually not compulsory, it's optional. All right, or you might write if there are no correspondent, there were no correspondent to be informed. All right, or if they are letter to be discussed, you have to say something like that. You have to write a letter of thank or received from whom, and what is actually the main content of the letter, and you have to uh, explain it to the all meeting members, okay, during meeting. This is actually how you write a correspondent part. Okay, the next item, item number 6, is report. Usually, a report is one of the important thing to be discussed, and secretary will specifically write about it. All right, how do you write it? You have to put everything. I mean, you have to inform, you have to explain and elaborate what is the report. For example, the secretary read out all the activity was carried by English Motivational Club during January-June 2002. All right, what are the activities? Okay, number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. You can actually use a point or numbering in this item. All right, and then just explain what is actually maybe the feedback, or maybe if you do sales, what is the sale on that day. All right, because the thing is already happened, you just want to report and inform the meeting members. Okay, so the information must be very specific compared to other items. All right, this is the most important item or agenda in the meeting. So if I say this is the most important, which is the special business, the way secretary write it must be very specific. All right, for example, special business is something that you propose or suggest, so you have to elaborate or explain who proposed the motion and who seconded the motion and what happened to the motion. Is it defeated, or was carried unanimously or solidly, a large majority, or defeated, and so on. And who become the person in charge to implement that activities, who are going to lead that activities. All right, so the chairman must actually explain everything. Sorry, the secretary must describe every moment of this special business. Okay, right, you can look at this example. Okay, we have English camp and drama. So who actually proposed and seconded these activities, and then what happened to the suggestion or motion? Is it carried unanimously? Is it solidly, or a large majority, or maybe defeated? All right. The next one, item number 8, is any other business. If there are no other business, you can write there was no other business. Sorry, there was no any other business. Or if they any other business, you will have to write, you can say, for example, Puan Rania informed that the total numbers of EMC so far is 178 members. All right, this is actually not the special main business, main agenda, but the thing is still important, and you have to report it or inform it during meeting, so you can put this under any other business. All right. Okay, the next item is actually date, time, and place of the next meeting, where the chairman must announce this venue, date, and day of the next meeting. Means the next meeting must be discussed on the day you are meeting. All right, even though you have a notice and agenda you can give, but you have to decide, and you actually can do some sort of survey among community members, whether they are free on that time, all right, and available to attend the meeting. Okay, so it's a power of chairman to decide on this thing, and it must be recorded in the minute of meeting. And last item is actually close or closure. You can just simply say the chairman thank to all members for their participation during the meeting, and close or adjourn it at 5:30 p.m. All right, and then under the closure, you is actually the place for the smart secretary to sign. All right, secretary recorded by secretary, and then the day is actually 2 December after the meeting. You cannot put the date during the meeting, but after, maybe 1 or 2 days after the meeting. And then after that, maybe a week after that, it must verified by the chairman. All right, if you look at the date of the, okay, the secretary signed on 2 December, and then after that, 5 days after that, actually it's confirmed by the chairman, which is 7 December. Okay, it's about 5 days after that, or a week after that. All right, usually because of maybe the chairman is quite busy. All right, but the chairman must confirm it as a true record and so on. All right,